Why has gold always been valuable? Gold has been around for tens of thousands of years and has been used as money throughout its history. This long history paired with gold's characteristics provide the answer as to why gold is valuable. Special characteristics. What makes gold valuable are its characteristics. Gold is durable to the point of virtual indestructibility as it cannot be destroyed by water, doesn't rust, time, or fire. You need a minimum of 1945 degrees Fahrenheit to melt gold. In addition, gold is also highly malleable, i.e., it can be pressed plus pounded into various shapes. Gold is also very rare. If all the gold in the world was melted, it would fit within the confines of an Olympic swimming pool. Financial advantages over other assets. Gold also has several financial advantages when compared to other assets. Gold has no time limit and no shelf life. Most of the gold found is still in existence. Gold is also portable and divisible. Splitting up gold does not change its value, as opposed to other metals, like diamonds. Lastly, gold cannot be counterfeited or inflated. Central banks cannot reproduce gold as they do with fiat currencies. Why gold as opposed to other elements, metals? What made gold a better choice than all other elements, metals are its special characteristics noted above. There are 118 elements on the periodic table of elements. Right off the bat, society has eliminated all of the elements that represent gas for obvious reasons, i.e., can't transact with gas. There are 38 other elements that can't be used as money because they are either too reactive, corrode over time and/or ignite when exposed to air. In addition, you want the metal to be rare but not too rare. That leaves 5 possible precious metals: rhodium, palladium, silver, platinum, and gold. Platinum and palladium are too rare to create enough coins to circulate. A metal must be somewhat rare so that not everyone is producing coins, but available enough so a reasonable number of coins can be created to allow commerce. Silver wasn't a good choice because it tarnishes over time and rhodium is too rare to be used as well. This leaves gold as the strongest choice when choosing an element as a currency. While gold is the best element to use as a currency, any metal can be tokenized and transacted with. The above analysis provides why gold has been the best element to transact with throughout history. In theory, any precious metal can now be tokenized and transacted with, and there are many projects out there with the goal of tokenizing other metals, such as platinum and palladium. For instance, Russia's richest man, Vladimir Potanin, wants to launch a cryptocurrency pegged to the precious metal palladium. While these other elements have their own history and use, none of them have the widespread influence of gold. Why did the U.S. come off the gold standard? The U.S. government started its move away from the gold standard during the Great Depression in the late 1920s, early 1930s. During the Depression, the government found there was little they could do to stimulate the economy. Then President Roosevelt ordered all Americans to turn in their golden certificates in exchange for paper currency as a way to stimulate the economy. According to Nixon, the free circulation of gold coins is unnecessary, and insisted that, the transfer of gold is essential only for the payment of international trade balances. Nixon also made it a crime to hoard gold in coin or bullion, and imposed either a fine and/or jail time for doing so. It wasn't until the early 1970s that President Nixon announced that the U.S. would no longer convert dollars to gold at a fixed price. This was when the U.S. completely abandoned the gold standard and started using a national currency that was issued by the central government. The government would then in turn delegate the task of deciding how much money to print to independent central banks. These banks would be charged with making the call based on their assessment of the economy's needs, and we all know how those decisions turned out.